We're Grungy. How do we start this game? Okay, folks.
What's up, YouTube?
We're back with an amazing message from Lindsay. What does it have to say? What do we have to? Hey, you want to read the message to me because it's from you?
So sweet.
Sweet. It's like that episode of Community in the first season where Abed's trying to mess with Troy by like being from like an alien
What
planet.
language are you in? Writing in Arabic, probably.
So funny. Oh god. So welcome back, YouTube. Yay, bamboo shoots. Things I want to do in this episode. Why are you? I got a vacuum cleaner? Antique bureau? What does that say? Bureau? Quick! I've got to call the antique bureau. Stop it! Stop it, you crazy lady. So I gotta put this stuff in storage and then I'm gonna head out to a foreign island.
Is this the first time you've done that on this show?
No.
Second, maybe?
No. The Statue of Liberty, what the fuck?
Place. She's our Lady Liberty.
Yeah, I mean, if only...
Our country,
'tis of thee,
sweet liberty. It was up.
Where?
Down. There you go. Up.
Oh my god, got it. You can stay in storage for now.
My country, 'tis of thee, I left to live in Japan.
Goodbye, you people! Yeah, I want to go... Stop impaling the gummy bears on your fingers. We're back to my island. After a...
The Lindsay show's over.
The Lindsay show's over. Show's over, folks!
Soon.
She won't be back soon. I'm actually gonna kill her and send her to the depths of the ocean.
Put a gummy bear in your nose?
No, not in my nose. In my mouth is fine. Ow, stop it! Ow, dude, they hurt my teeth so bad. Oh my god. They're so chewy. I can't do it, babe. It's like, I'm gonna choke on them. I don't know how I ate like fistfuls of these when I was a kid.
They hurt my teeth at first because I'm really not used to this texture, but
yeah.
I've adjusted and now it's fine.
Yeah. But hey, Lindsay, how's life been for you?
So good.
What the fuck, dude? You're just throwing trash around my apartment? My god.
I'm really easy to live with, you guys.
Hey, wait, what did I do wrong?
Oh, I don't know. How's life been for me? Yeah, it's been good.
Stop it. Okay.
I was doing this earlier.
Was that on the Lindsay show, or was that just for you?
Just for me.
Oh, I see what I did wrong.
Let's see, what else have I been up to? I played Animal Crossing. I thought about Animal Crossing. We ended filming our last episode probably 20 minutes ago, so not a lot has happened that's worth catching up on with me. I'm thinking a lot about my plants today. It's been a little windy. I hope they're okay. And I hope that when I get home, some more have started blooming.
That's frankly very, very informative. Thank you for all that information.
You asked for
Is that another squirrel? Are we on squirrel number 2? Do I have Hazel?
Look, they're 69ing.
You want to show the camera?
Yeah,
Sure.
look.
She's an adult, everyone, and I'm dating her. So happy to be with a mature adult.
Everyone's happy to be with me.
I feel like I've been on this island before.
This is literally the island that I just got to.
Really?
I think so.
Is it the Trash Heap Island?
No, I don't think so.
Is there any villagers here?
No, you were definitely hallucinating that.
Shit, dude. There's nothing going on it? Okay, needless to say, I'm a little peeved. A little disappointed. Right? Got one single fossil. This better be a good fishing hole, or I'm gonna be peeved.
Yeah, you guys didn't get to see that, but I went to an island, like, earlier today. 100% trash. I fished for so long. I got no fish, I got some eggs, and then I got, like, at least 10 pieces of trash before I was like, I'm done with this.
I just fucking... shit. Oh no, I don't want this. Yeah, no, I mean, it's kind of like the luck of the draw with this.
It was literally a garbage island.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah, I mean, is there... Yeah. Do I need to dig a hole there? Can I dig a hole there?
Stand kind of in between those two holes on this side.
What? Where?
Like, oh, right there. And hit from there. Like right in the middle.
What? What?
There's 2 holes. Stand right in the middle of them. Yeah, right there, and then hit the rock from that spot, and then you won't have to worry about digging one on the other side.
Okay, got it.
Oh.
Right.
A bunch of fruit.
I've eaten a bunch of fruit. That's my bad, folks. Fuck, do I feel like a dumb idiot now? I'm gonna take these tulips home, I guess, because there's nothing fucking else on this island. Well, what do I do about the fact that I've eaten 10 fruits and I don't want to break everything?
Dig up trees.
Like orange trees and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Any tree.
Oh my god, why am I so bad at aiming in this game? It's like a hardcore third-person shooter, this game. But yeah, no, no. Oh, thank god. Are you fucking serious? Already?
You didn't empty your pockets before you came here?
Of course I did. I just picked up a bunch of flowers. Oh, I've got to do something about this. What do I do? Drop that. I should pick the flowers, right? Can you plant flowers that you just pick?
No.
Fuck, dude.
Just dig up a tree and then replant it, maybe. And then you can use up the fruits, and you won't be breaking things.
So can I just... sorry for the repetitive nature of this episode, guys.
I can't believe I ate all my gummy bears. What am I gonna do?
I don't know.
Oh my god, what am I gonna do?
Dude, don't freak out.
I ate all my gummy bears.
Don't freak out. Seriously, don't freak out. Like, it's just a gummy bear situation. No, no, what? Hey, can you sell an orange tree for a lot?
I have no idea.
What are you talking about? There's no place to plant this shit.
It's too close to the edge.
Fuck off, dude. Oh, don't pinch my nipples, please.
Where are they?
Well, you're missing them. You're missing them. You keep missing them.
Where are they?
Well, not there. There. They're right there. Guys, if you're getting sick of watching her pinch my nipples, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell us in the comment box below. Please stop pinching his nipples.
Never. I found them now.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
He's so excited to spend his life with me.
So excited. Hey,
I'm not a pain in the ass at all.
tell me something I don't know about you.
I told you I got in trouble for kicking a girl in the head in 3rd grade, right?
No. No, you have not.
When I was in 3rd grade, I was standing in line to go to, like, recess, and I've got ADHD. I don't know if anyone's noticed.
Oh my god.
But, you know, I had a lot of energy, so I was kicking. I was kicking.
Oh my god, babe.
And I turned to someone behind me and said, "Look how high I can kick." And I kicked as high as I could, and I kicked the girl in front of me in line right in the back of the head.
What the fuck, dude? Are you serious?
Yeah, it was horrifying. It was very humiliating. It didn't, like, hurt her at all, but I never really had a lot of friends in 3rd grade. That was the same year that my friend Alexis told me that she was never really my friend because she thinks I'm annoying.
Oh, well, that's a shit thing.
It was also when my mom had to, like, do reading outside of class with me, which was also embarrassing because, like, I was always a really good reader. I remember in kindergarten, I was reading at a 3rd grade level, and I know this because my kindergarten teacher gave me a letter to take home to my mom and said, "Please visit this to your mom at home." And I said, "Okay," and so I opened it. And I read the letter, and it said, your daughter's reading at 3rd grade level. And I brought it home to my mom. I said, Mom,
Mommy!
am I in kindergarten and reading at 3rd grade level? And she's like, yeah, you are.
That's impressive.
Miss Joquin. No, Miss Joquin was my 3rd grade teacher. I don't remember my kindergarten teacher's name, but she was really, really nice. I remember having a really nice kindergarten teacher.
I remember I had a teacher in 4th grade named Mr. Doom. Duim, and he was the nicest guy in the world. I was worried when I got my assignment for Mr. Doom, and I was like, uh-oh, what a name.
People were scared of Miss Joquin. They said that she wasn't very nice. There was a 1st grade teacher, Miss Joquin, and then there was Mrs. Joquin, who's like Miss Joquin's mom. People were scared of Mrs. Joquin, but I thought she was a really nice teacher. And I once went on a vacation to Disney World in 3rd grade, and so I wrote like journal entries every day to turn into her when I came back.
Aww.
And I brought back all my signatures from the Disney characters that I got. When I was in 3rd grade and I went to Disney World, I got to meet Mushu from Mulan, which was always my favorite Disney movie, and my mom went up to him and she told him that she likes to eat Mushu pork, and I remember being so mad at her. I was like, I can't believe you would say that.
Fuck! Yeah.
I was like, Mom, you can't. I got so mad. I was like, you can't eat Mushu. There's still an egg over there.
Yeah, yeah, that's such a parent thing to do. Look, I'm a buzzkill because I'm a parent.
Like,
I'm gonna ruin it for the kids.
She was like trying to be funny, but like I was too little to get the joke. Like I just felt like she was harassing Mushu, the character. When like the person in the costume was probably just like whatever, you know.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
I'm like, Mom, you can't say that to him. I was really upset.
Oh.
Also, they tried to take us on Tower of Terror. My mom and dad wanted to go on Tower of Terror, and I had to get off because I was too scared. I like got all the way like onto the ride, and then I started like freaking out, and they had to stop and let me off.
I was once dating someone who didn't like rides like that, and but I really wanted to go on Tower of Terror, and so I was like, how about this? I'll get us both a fast pass, and if you don't want to go on it, you don't have to go on it with me. But that way, if you decide that you do want to go on it with me, you can, right? And she's like, no, don't get me a fast pass. And I just got her a fast pass anyway. And she got pissed. She's like, I'm not gonna fucking go on it with you. I'm like,
it's like, well, you still have a fast pass, so fuck off.
Yeah, just throw it out if you don't want it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's such a weird. Oh fuck. It was such a. I don't know. Whatever though. But like, I used to go to Disneyland a lot because of that person that I was once dating.
Disney World.
Well, I'm a California boy, so.
I actually don't know which one I went to when I was in 3rd grade.
There's a mantis feller over there. You see him?
I don't know where. Oh, I see!
Don't freak out, mantis feller.
Something you don't know about me.
Gotcha.
In middle school, every single day I would come home from school and eat Chef Boyardee ravioli out of a can. Like, I would heat it, I wouldn't eat it out of the can, but I mean, like, Chef Boyardee canned ravioli, I would heat it up in the microwave and eat it every day.
Just like a fucking monster, you eat it right out of the can. You know, hey, babe, I did know that about you.
You did?
I did.
Okay, so that wasn't a good one.
Which is a weird thing. I don't know. Like, you know when you eat a food to the point of not liking it anymore?
Well, that's what happened to me. Like, one day, I remember eating, like, Chef Boyardee ravioli and being like, I fucking hate this. Like, I, like, literally couldn't stomach it. Like, I had to throw it all away because I could not eat it. Because I've been eating it every day. I also used to eat peanut butter bagels every day. Like, I would, like, an untoasted bagel cut in half, slathered in peanut butter, which just sounds like the stickiest food you could possibly eat. Like, bagels, like an uncooked bagel is hard enough to, like, chew because it's so dense, and you can imagine that slathering it in only peanut butter, nothing else.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a lot to handle. Frankly.
I used to love it, though. I used to eat that, like, every day. I would pack that for lunch a lot. But yeah, the Boyardee ravioli thing, yeah, I remember I used to eat Chef Boyardee ravioli every day. I became a vegetarian in 10th grade, and I remember by this point I didn't hate that anymore, and I made ravioli and I started eating it, and my mom's like, oh, are you not a vegetarian anymore? And I was like, I'm still a vegetarian. She's like, Lindsay, that has meat in it. And I was like, what?
Oh, dude.
Because I don't know why, it never occurred to me that they're meat stuffed ravioli, but it's canned ravioli, and it doesn't taste like real meat, you know? Like,
I mean, it doesn't taste like real anything for the most part.
yeah, and I just was eating it, and I had no idea that it wasn't vegetarian.
Yeah, that's pretty yikes. I mean, like, I remember, you know, like, the quickest way to prove that you can't eat something anymore
Give a YouTube notification. I wonder if we got subscribers.
Ooh. The quickest way to not be able to eat something anymore is, to fucking... I gotta plant some of these. Is to throw it up. You know what I mean?
People say that. Maybe it's because I was bulimic for a while, but...
Oh, dude. That's true. That might be a different situation for you. But, like, I think the perfect example for me is, you know, like the Trader Joe's orange chicken from the freezer section out of the bag? Like, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? I can't eat that anymore. I threw it up one time, and I will never be able to eat that again.
My ex-girlfriend couldn't drink, like, vodka because she, like, threw up vodka once.
Yeah.
And it was like peach vodka or something like that, and she's like, yeah, like, I literally can't drink it now. And I was like, I've thrown up from pretty much every kind of alcohol there is. I have a really weak stomach when it comes to drinking.
Yeah.
And, like, I've never considered myself a person with a weak stomach, but I think...
Come on.
I don't know. With drinking, that can happen a lot easier. But anyway, she was saying that, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
Because for me, like, I don't know, maybe I just have a different relationship with that, but... Yeah,
I think for me, like, can a single fish say thank you? And they all go. I'm gonna make it like a boot. Great. That's a carp. Yeah, no, like, Austin... Did I ever tell you the Domino's story?
Maybe, but tell me again.
So, okay, like, we love my mom, right? My mom's great.
Really?
Yeah, but she can be like a handful, right? My mom can be a handful. As can any family member. Any family member can be a handful, but my mom can be a handful, right? So, Austin... we had Domino's one night. We ordered Domino's, but the thing was, like, he ordered Domino's for himself. Mm-hmm. I was out at school late at night, and,
What were you doing? Drugs?
Drugs. No, I was, like, editing or something. I wasn't there.
You grew up a good little boy.
Yeah. Wow. Fuck this fish, dude! Thank you. Anyways, thank you. Anyways, so...
Boot.
Oh, fuck me, dude. But, so Austin ordered Domino's for himself, and I come home, and I wasn't hungry, I had already eaten. And, so I didn't have any of the leftovers. I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound through my wall, my closed door, the living room, his wall, and his closed door. I woke up to the sound of him throwing up violently. At like 2 a.m, I go into his bathroom. I look at Austin, who I've never seen him, like, sweating on the ground. And he just says, "Call Mom! I need help!" And, like, I'm like, you know, my mom's a handful, so I know that if Austin, an independent mid-20s adult, asks for the help of his mother, something is seriously wrong.
Yeah.
And from then on out...
Food poisoning.
Yeah, he got bad food poisoning, and he's never eaten Domino's since. He's never eaten Domino's food since.
I feel like if I got food poisoning from something, I'd probably never eat it again. But the thing is like, I eat so much food that it would be hard for me to know what gave me food poisoning.
Yeah, these are all fucking eggs.
Man, that's rough.
Yeah, dude, food poisoning is awful.
I think I've had food poisoning before, but like again, like I for the most part, unless it's alcohol, I have a very, very strong stomach. So food poisoning, like I don't think I've ever like gotten food poisoning that makes me like throw up. I think I've just gotten like a little bit of an upset tummy before.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, food that makes you like that gives you a little upset tummy is just a whole different ball of wax than like.
Yeah, full blown like. Yeah.
Food poisoning.
The only time I can think of being like that sick was freshman year of college. I had gone to a party and I had too much to drink, and like my roommate freshman year was like a stone cold bitch. Like I, you know, like normally I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but like seriously, like stone cold bitch. Like I don't know what I did to her. Because, like, I was, like, really quiet and dealing with some serious mental health stuff going on, so, like, she really wasn't even in my realm of, like, you know, concern, like, for the most part. Like, we would hang out sometimes, and then, like, one day, she just, like, stopped speaking to me. But, like, when we would hang out, like, it's not like I said anything to her. Like, there's nothing I could have said to her that would have made her hate me.
Yeah.
Because when we hung out, I was such a quiet kid that it just wouldn't have happened, you know, for me to say something to offend her, because I wasn't saying anything at all for the most part. Just kind of hanging out and trying really hard not to make people hate me because I had no other friends.
Right.
But still, one day she just completely stopped speaking to me. She was just like, you know, thought she was way cooler than I am because she was like popular in high school and I was always a person with no friends.
Mm-hmm.
But she stopped speaking to me, and she would always be really like mean. Like I remember like her and her friends. Like I was in a dorm room with 2 other girls. And there was no dividers of any kind. It was 3 beds in one big, not even a very big room. It was 3 beds in one room. Mm-hmm. And her and her friends would come in. My bed is literally like 6 feet from her bed, probably less. And they would come in, and I'd be sitting on my bed. None of them would acknowledge that I was in the room. No one would even look up and give me like a nod, like I'm there. Ugh. Like completely like I don't exist. They would walk into the room and then like sit on her bed. And then they would, like, all be talking to each other, and they would, like, sit on her bed and, like, go through people's Facebooks and just, like, insult them and be like, ew, she's gotten so fat since high school. And they would, like, joke around about the fact that she was, like, cheating on her boyfriend.
Oh my god.
She had, like, a boyfriend back home from high school, and she was, like, sleeping with someone at school, and they would, like, make jokes about it, because the boyfriend would come visit her, you know? And,
dude...
Like, so they were mean people, and I was like, I'm glad I'm not friends with them anymore. Like, I have no reason to try and impress these people, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so she was really mean. And so, long story short, one day I came home from a party. I wasn't in a place in my life where I was taking very good care of myself, and I had too much to drink, and I went into the bathroom. But I was so sick and so, like, unable to care for myself that I... like, didn't make it to the toilet to throw up, and I threw up on the floor in the bathroom, and basically passed out on the floor, face in puke, laying there, like, sprawled out on a bathroom floor. I looked like I was dead. Like, I looked like a dead person. I'm wearing, like, a dress from a party, and my face is in vomit.
Dude.
And it was, like, the middle of the night, and I had been passed out in there for probably hours at this point. And she opens the door, and I remember, like, the door opening and kind of, like, waking up and, like, still not being able to even move. Looking up at her, and her looking down at me, making eye contact with me and going, ugh. And then closing the door. And leaving me there.
Dude,
I'm like,
what the fuck,
I'm like,
man?
she should have called 911. I was like...
Yeah.
I looked like a dead person, and she didn't give a shit.
That's so insane. Like,
if I had actually had alcohol poisoning, she would have let me die.
Yeah. Hey, what's her full name?
I don't even remember. I don't remember. Her name was Sydney. And so to top this story off, so there's this roommate. She was terrible to me. We only lived together for freshman year. I really never saw her again until my last semester. I graduated a semester early, so it was my first semester senior year, and I was graduating in December. And it was really towards the end of the semester, and I was in line at Starbucks, and I see her come in, and she sees her friend is in line in front of me. She walks in, and she goes up to the girl, and she's like, hey, like, oh my god, so good to see you, and then gets in line in front of me, and never acknowledges that I'm there.
It's like, excuse me!
I didn't say anything because it just felt like one of these moments of, like, a really, really weird sense of closure where, like, for one last time in my college experience, it's how my college experience started and it's how my college experience ended, with Sydney just completely pretending that I don't exist.
Dude, what a
and
fucking...
getting in front of me in line at Starbucks.
What a fucking bitch, dude. Oh my god. That's so insane to me. Like...
And dude, she like does like environmental work now, and it's just like it seems
Don't tell
like,
too much about her. Don't fucking.
I'm not doxing her, but she does environmental work now, and it's so funny to me because she's like got all these pictures of her with like sunflowers on her Facebook.
Oh my god.
And she looks like she's like this nice person who does good things.
She doesn't.
She's like the biggest bitch I've ever met.
She doesn't do nice things for anyone.
It's so funny to me. I don't wish any bad things on her, really, at the end of the day. She's still with that one dude that she was cheating with, you know? Mm-hmm. And I genuinely hope they're happy, you know? Like, she met someone she liked and did bad things when she was a freshman in college and a senior in college.
Dude,
but, you know...
I think you're a better person than I. Because, like... So, like, yeah, I know you say that, like, I'm very loving and I'm very sweet and very supportive and stuff, but, like, deep down inside, when there are people who have wronged me in my life, like, I wish them ill will. Like I don't want to sound like a monster, but, like, there have been people who have been monstrous to me, and therefore, I wish nothing but the worst for them in their lives.
Yeah.
And, like,
I definitely relate to that. Like, there are some people that I think, like the police officer who saw my car parked in my driveway and put a, like, couple $100 ticket on my windshield because I was parked too close to the curb, because, like, Nick and I used to park our cars in the same driveway.
Like tandem, yeah.
Yeah, and so my car was, like, there literally wasn't room for two cars in the driveway, but we both had cars and we didn't have an option. And some cop saw fit to give me a parking ticket for parking in my own driveway. I hope that guy's dead. I hope that guy's dead. He said I was blocking a sidewalk, and there's no sidewalk. But according to Tucson city law, like, there needs to be, like, a couple feet for, like, walkway. But literally, like, my neighbor's house, like, there's cacti, like, all the way up to the road. So it's not a walkway, because if it was a walkway, you would be able to walk down that street. Off the street, but, like, on, like, where there should be a sidewalk. But because there are cacti lining people's driveways, that's not possible or reasonable. So, like, unless you've read Tucson city law, there's no way for anyone to fathom why they would get a parking ticket for parking in their driveway when there is no sidewalk for them to be blocking. And not only that, but other people have plants blocking the exact same walkway, but they are not being ticketed for those plants. Mm-hmm. And so, instead of paying the ticket, I contested it and I went to court. And I, like, wrote, like, 3 pages of defense. Because, first of all, the cop had put the wrong... Like, it should have been, like, for example, like, 13.1.2. Like, that should have been the law, but he put, like, 13.1.1. Like, it was, like, the wrong number. And I was like, first of all, the thing that I've been ticketed for is not the thing...
The city ordinance that...
Yeah, according to Tucson city law and according to possible offenses, I've been ticketed for this offense. When looking at the photograph, you can see that I've committed not this offense. You know, like, this isn't what I did. Like, this says something about, like, like... parking in front of a fire hydrant, but as you can see, my car is parked in my driveway. I brought photos. I brought a full defense.
Oh my god.
I was so mad, dude. And obviously the ticket was wiped and I didn't have to pay it because it was a stupid thing to be ticketed for in the first place.
Yeah.
But I hope that guy's dead.
I mean, I had...
I hope he got hit by a car and his whole family had to see it.
Whoa! Oh, shit, dude. Babe. Lindsay. That's a little much. You're like, I hope they had to make the choice to pull the life support plug. Oh my god. We're not bad people. That guy
just deserves it, that's all.
No, listen, here's the deal. I've had plenty of people who I've had to encounter who I wish nothing but the worst for. Like, and that sounds bad, but when you're bad to someone, when you use, whether it be like your position of power or use like anything against someone to make them feel little, you're a bad person, right? Like, and I literally, okay, to put it into perspective, when I say someone who's really bad, I mean like this story, which I believe I've told on one of the past episodes, but people actually care about these episodes of Animal Crossing that we're playing, so I'll tell it again. I worked at Starbucks for 5 years.
Oh, that bitch lady?
Oh, no, there are a few.
Oh.
There was a lady who had an order that cost $10 and a nickel. $10.05. And she was searching through her wallet, in which she had a $10 bill and a $20 bill. She gave me the $10 bill, and then was kind of fiddle-futzing around in her bag for a little bit longer, before she looks up at me, grabs my tip jar, shakes it in my face, and says, "What, you don't have a nickel lying around?" and slams it on the counter. She was in front of her child. Her daughter. That is unacceptable fucking behavior. Like, be an adult. I'm sorry. Like, that is so far outside of my realm of understanding.
Yeah.
I
can't imagine speaking to someone that way.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those things where, like, if I met, like, a guy or a girl who seemed like, or anybody in between, you know, who seemed like someone who, like, I got along with, like, we, like, meet, and we have, like, a really good connection, and, like, we go out on a date, and they are super, super cool to me, and the waiter gets their order wrong, and they are, like, shitty to the waiter, 100% would never see that person again.
Absolutely not.
Because I think it's a reflection. I also think the same thing about how people talk to their parents. Like,
yeah.
Like, I forget, like, I went on, like, a few dates with someone, and I remember them being on the phone with their mom, and just saying something, like, really, just being, like, really short and really shitty and, like, not very affectionate on the phone. And, like, that's, like, one of the only examples you can see. Like, I mean, like, it depends on if someone has shitty parents. But it was someone who, like, I knew that they didn't have a shitty parent, you know? Mm-hmm. And to hear someone be incredibly shitty to a person who loves them and who, like, raised them, you know? It's like, that's how they're gonna talk to you in, like, 10 years down the line when you're married. Like, if that's how they talk to a person who has done nothing for them but love them and do their best for them, then that's how they're gonna talk to you, too. And I think the same thing about, like, how people talk to, like, wait staff, you know? It's just, like, to a person who they don't have an obligation necessarily to be kind to, if they choose not to be kind, then that's a reflection of who they are as a person. Because, like, people should just choose kindness, you know? Like, if you have the opportunity to be nice to someone, especially someone who is serving you and doing something for you, you have the opportunity to be good to that person and you choose not to be, then you're not a good person.
I'm just going to do a quick rewind right after you say people should choose kindness to, I hope he gets hit by a car and his whole family had to watch.
Well, he didn't choose kindness, did he? He chose to be shitty. When he gave me a ticket for parking in my driveway, what do you think the choice was there? Because there was two options, which was seeing a car parked in a driveway at someone's house. Mm-hmm. Like, if he's patrolling, he probably has seen my car parked there before and understands that I live there, and he's just trying to meet a fucking quota. And he can't find anyone doing anything wrong, and he sees my car parked in my driveway on a street where people don't walk and that is lined with cacti and gives me a ticket for blocking a sidewalk that doesn't exist. That guy is a fucking shithead. And I stand by that, and I do hope he's dead.
Fucking preach, dude! Fucking fire, man.
Shitty guy.
I
bet
was
he's a fucking terrible father.
I was harassed by the cops so much when I was young. Mm-hmm. So frequently. Because I was a skater, right? So, like, I was relentlessly harassed. And so there was also this time when, I'm watching you. There was this time when my dad visited Clay, down at UCSD, and he got like a parking ticket down there, right? But we lived up in LA area, and so my dad called up the San Diego County Courthouse or whatever, and essentially... I need a wood block door. And essentially said, like, hey, I live in LA. It's really unreasonable for me to go down to court for a parking ticket. Can you please let this go? The courthouse said, sure. Only for their records to not show, because, you know, that shit happens. Yeah. Only for their records to not show that conversation ever happened. And so then what happened was my dad gave me his car, and then he passed away. Now, this ticket ended up being like an outstanding ticket with a warrant for my dad's arrest for a parking ticket, which is fucking mind-blowing to me, as it is. Then I would get pulled over all the time when they'd run my number.
Oh my god.
When they'd run my license plate number, essentially accusing me of being my dead father. And I had to have a copy of my dad's death certificate on me everywhere I went.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. I literally had I had a cop accuse me. Wow, that's all done. Oh my god. I had a cop accuse me once of peeling the registration tags off of a different car. And I was like, no, that didn't happen. I'm sorry, but like, that never happened. And I need a woodblock table. And she's like, oh yeah, well, why don't you just get this over with and just stop lying to me and tell me that you stole these tags off another car? I'm like, because because I'm not going to perjure myself, and I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that I'm lying over something. I'm telling the truth. Finally, I found my tags, my registration in my car, showed it to her. She's like, okay, well, you know, this was just a drill just to show how you'd react. And I was like, oh, fuck you. Yeah, and apparently what happened was the DMV in my area had to close down for some weird reason, and they lost a bunch of paperwork, including, like, hundreds of people's tags, like, registration information.
Yeah.
And so, like, none of it showed up in their computers and stuff, and I was like... So, I was harassed by the cops all the fucking time when I was young.
That's so annoying.
I have been placed in the back of cop cars more times than I could count. There was a time when Austin was pumping gas after picking me up from high school. A cop pulled up behind him in the gas station, handcuffed both of us, and threw us in the back of cars and started making fun of us, starting, like, calling us faggots and stuff. I was like...
So fucked
I was like, are you kidding? Because Austin wore, like, pink shoes, and he had, like, big, like... He used to wear makeup and had, like, like, dyed hair and stuff. And he'd be like, what, are you guys, like, faggots or something? You guys in, like... And I'm like, dude, how are you this cruel? And I'm sorry for using... Dude. I'm sorry for using that word, but it's only in the context of this story. I would never say that. But, like... I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. He made fun of, like... There was a truck nearby with, like, Latino guys. It was, like, a big... They had a bunch of stuff in it, and they were, like, gardeners and stuff. And he was like, oh, I bet those guys are laughing now because, like, their roles have switched, you know? Like, I'm like, whoa, dude. Are you fucking joking? Like, these are the most racist assholes in the world. Like,
so fucked up. Like... Yeah, no, like, I don't want to be someone who's like, oh, like, fuck cops, because, like,
me neither.
You know, like, if I am in trouble for something that I deserve, like, I've had my car towed before because I parked in a parking lot that said, like, this is for customers only, and my car got towed.
Yeah.
And that's fair, you know?
Yeah.
I did something that was against the rules, and I suffered consequences for doing the thing that's against the rules. Whatever, you know? But it's like people like that, like people who are clearly not good people and should not have the power that they've been given, you know? Like, I've seen jokes where it's like, as far as high school bullies go, the dudes go into law enforcement and the women go into nursing.
Yeah, so, like, the problem with where I grew up was... I grew up in the cheapest, shittiest apartment complex in one of the richest neighborhoods in California. Yeah. In fucking Calabasas. I grew up in Calabasas, where the Kardashians are from, where the Kardashians live and where Bieber lives and all those fucking celebrities. Mm-hmm. But the most run-down, god-awful, shittiest apartments there were there. And the thing is that those weren't any more my dad did that because he wanted us to have good schools. He wanted us to go to good schools. He didn't want us to grow up in some of the schools in the valley and stuff. He wanted us to go to good public schools. And you got to do it from the side, babe.
I know, but it's being...
And so we grew up in this town, but the cops in that town, it's not like there was a ton of crime in that town. There was a lot of factors in this. So there's nothing really going on. It's just a bunch of rich, retired folks in this town.
Yeah.
1. 2, because of that, the kids in town often, like, when there's boredom and money, those combine to create some kind of bad atmospheres. Usually kids are doing some drugs or, like, getting into some trouble.
Yeah, I grew up in the suburbs, so I know how that is.
Yeah, it's a
like,
suburban thing.
Like, where I was, it was, like, rich kids doing drugs, and, like, their parents usually suffer, like, the consequences for, like, tickets and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even when, like, there was, like, a house party thrown at my house, completely against my will, I'd like to add, like, I've mentioned multiple times already, I was not cool in high school. I had friends, and, like, I think probably more people knew who I was than I realized, but, like, I didn't have the highest self-esteem, so I was always like, oh, I have no friends and no one likes me, and I was, you know...
Yeah.
Cool with that.
Yeah.
But my parents went out of town for the weekend, and I told one of my friends, and he was like, oh, we should throw a party. And I was like, I don't really want to throw a party. And he's like, we should throw a party. And he was really pushing it. And so I was like, look, like, we can invite some people. Mm-hmm. And that's not what happened. What happened was a lot of people were told about it. And then people started posting my address on, like, Twitter and stuff like that. And
that's so fucked up.
Next thing I knew, like, my parents were out of town. Like, Lauren and I, my sister and I, who I mentioned her before, that Lauren is my sister. Lauren and I, had a feeling that it was going to go this way, and so we took most, like, valuables or breakables, and we put them inside cabinets, and we bought zip ties, and we zip tied all the cabinets.
That's pretty smart.
But you can't prepare for everything.
Yeah.
And we didn't prepare for everything, and her MacBook got stolen, like, my cell phone and 4 other people's cell phones got stolen.
Like,
it was a shitty situation, and it was, like, completely unfair, and, like, the cops showed up and gave me this whole lecture about how, like, my parents can go to jail because this happened, and I literally started crying. I was like, someone posted my address on Twitter. I didn't throw this party. These are people from schools I don't even go to. I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah.
And then they ended up, the cops were actually really cool about it after that. Because, like, Chesterfield, like, I don't know. Like, the cops, like, as far as I know, like, I don't really know anyone who was ever, like, arrested and thought, like, oh, like, I didn't deserve it. Like, I knew, like, you know, a couple people, someone got pulled over for, like, drunk driving, you know, and got, like, a DUI and, like, a MIP, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like, that's fair, you know?
Yeah, if you're drunk driving.
If you're drunk driving, yeah, you should get a ticket.
Get it.
But,
he's so fast.
Yeah, so the cops were pretty cool to me for the most part, but I think that I also have the advantage of being a girl, which you don't have.
Yeah, no, I mean, in my town...
Oh god, where did it go?
Oh no.
Might be gone.
That way. Oh, dude.
They're so fast.
God, they're so fast. But yeah, no, in my town, it was literally like, people would say, oh, this town, there's nothing going on here, which is why they send all of the shittiest cops here. Mm-hmm. They send all the shittiest cops to... I guess I shouldn't say, or... I live in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was called the Las Virgenes Police Department for, like, Las Virgenes in Calabasas.
Las Virgenes?
Las Virgenes.
Everyone's virgins?
Yeah. Los Virgenes. It's just a town full of virgins. That's why a bunch of celebrities want to go live there, I guess. Kanye's like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, virgins.
Virgins.
But yeah, I literally, like, have been... I could be using my skate... That's another thing. Like, I literally talked to cops...
Can I just jump across from right here?
No. I talked to cops in the department before, after they hassled me about various things. After there was one time that made me reach my breaking point, which was like the 6th or 7th time they had pulled me over, thinking that I was my dead dad, and they, before even asking me any questions, they ripped me out of my car, put me in handcuffs, threw me in the back of their car, would not listen to a word I was saying, went into my car, tore the whole thing apart, tore up all of the rugs, the car rugs, the carpeting, and took out the back where the spare tire was, ripped everything out of my glove compartment, all this stuff. And then they came into their car and was like, okay, beat Bragger. My dad's name was Bayot. Okay, beat Bragger. I'm like, that's not even me. That's not even me. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, but that's my dead fucking dad. And if you think that you're going to throw me in jail because I am Bayot Bragger, you've got a whole other fucking thing coming, dude. Like, I have my license right here, and I've got my registration right here, which has been changed into my fucking name. So get your shit straight. I went to the station, and the cops, because cops will defend themselves and will defend their fellow cops for whether or not they're wrong. The cops' explanation to me as a teenager, I'm 18 years old talking to these guys, and I'm very scared, and I'm like, hey, I just wanted to let you know this weird thing happened, and I don't think it was very right, and I know the names of the cops involved that threw me in the back of their car, and they treated me horribly. Mm-hmm. And the guy was like, well, I mean, what do you think we're gonna think if we see a kid, if we run a license plate number and you know, see a kid driving around?
It's like after the first time it happened, like, yeah, it shouldn't have happened. Like, it's like, okay, if it happens once, that's one thing. They don't know, you know, they maybe haven't received the news. Yeah. But literally, like, if one time someone pulls you over and you're like, oh, that's my dead dad, here's his death certificate. Like, yeah. It should never happen again. That person should go back to the police station and say, hey, I pulled someone over today, and it turns out that the warrant that we had was for someone who is no longer alive. Yeah, absolutely. And he literally told me, like, I mean, what do you think we're gonna think when we see, like, a kid, like, looking like you know, because I had wavy hair with, like, coon stripes, and I, like, you know, wore, like, hip clothes. I looked young. He literally told me, like, essentially, well, we treat kids like shit around here because we assume that kids are in the wrong. I'm like, this is an amazing time to listen to Arcade Fire's The Suburbs on repeat and feel angry and upset. Yeah. And that's what I did. I listened to Arcade Fire's The Suburbs on repeat and was angry and upset. Perfectly fair.
But yeah, man, I was so relentless. And the problem was, in LAPD, there were, like, good cops. And so, like, my buddy Devin's dad was, like, a very good cop in the LAPD. So whenever we had these bad stories from the Los Virgenes Police Department, we couldn't say them near his dad because his dad would get upset. Like, his dad would be like, cops shouldn't be acting this way. And it's like, yeah, dude. Yeah. They shouldn't be.
And, like, that's how, like, I feel. It's like, when I say, like, I grew up and cops were, like, I never really had any bad experiences. I got pulled over for speeding a few times, and I always deserved it because I was speeding. But I also grew up in Missouri, and I know, like, we all know, like, everyone knows about Ferguson. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I can't say that Missouri cops don't do bad things just because they never did anything bad to me. Like, and I would never say that. Because I know that's not true. Like, I grew up, and, like, my best friend in college was black, and, like, the fear for, like, my best friend that I felt, like, I remember someone called him the N-word one time, and, like, I got so mad. I was, like, I had been, like, we had been out for a while, we'd been at bars, and this, like, shirtless, like, meth head-looking dude called my friend the N-word, and I, like, went to, like, basically, I don't know what I thought I was gonna do, but I went after him, and my friend, like, held me back and was like, don't try and fight this guy. Look at yourself, and then don't try and fight this guy, you know, like, holds me back. And I, like, didn't think about it until later, but, like, if I had if I had tried to fight somebody and the cops got called and there were 3 people there and it's 2 white people and 1 black person, who's gonna go to jail?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I was
really,
like,
really
I
tough.
can't even I want to defend my friend and I can't because if anything happens where the cops get called, the person who I'm trying to defend is gonna be the person that gets in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I built the wrong thing. I built a pitcher and I should have built a pot.
Oh, balls. We're like talking about race relations, and you're like, "Fuck! I should have built a pot, not a pitcher," and then you just hit it 3 times.
Fuck the police, and also I built the wrong thing.
We're not gonna say fuck the police because the police do good things.
I know the police do good things, and I've personally never had any negative run-ins with the cops. But I also know that I'm like a young lady.
You're a young white lady
of a certain color.
Yeah, of a certain very pale color.
And that makes it a lot easier for me to interact with police officers.
Oh,
but
dude,
also, my
literally...
mom is a young white lady, and she was sexually assaulted by a cop once, who pulled her over and.
Ooh, yikes. That's awful.
Yeah, so being a young white lady with the cops, not always a good thing.
Dude, I literally... so I did D&D with a group of cool kids once. And, there was a kid in our D&D group who was, like... who didn't think there was anything... he didn't think that there was any backing behind the words, like, white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't think that white privilege existed and stuff. And I was like, okay... our dungeon master, who was an Indian guy, I believe he was Indian, but I never actually asked him. But I believe he was from India. Forgive me if I'm wrong. He's the sweetest guy in the world. Mm-hmm. But, he proceeded to explain, yeah, I've actually stopped traveling. Me and my family have stopped traveling because it's such a hassle, because every single time we try to get on a flight, we are randomly searched. He's like, yeah, it's literally changed his life and made him never want to travel anywhere because he's always hassled at the airport because of the color of his skin. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, there's no way to deny that. There's zero chance that you can deny this. And the weird thing is the kid who didn't think there was any, who doesn't think white privilege exists, is Taiwanese. Or I think he's like Taiwanese, he's like half Taiwanese, half Vietnamese, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how could you possibly think that this is not a thing?
I think it can be hard sometimes, especially like I took a class on Asian American history, and there's a lot of talk about being a model minority, and how that's both a blessing and a curse at the same time, because people aren't in America until right now. Right now it's a completely different circumstance, but for the most part tend to be less racist towards Asian people and Asian Americans, because they have the prejudices they have are quote unquote good things.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing.
And so, if you tell white people they're racist towards you, even if they're saying good things, you put yourself at risk.
Are you only looking for eggs?
I'm only looking for wood. But it can put you at risk for worse racism of saying hey, I know you think you're being nice, but you're not,
Mm-hmm.
and then risk people treating you worse. So it's it can happen where people end up taking the side of the oppressor over the side of the oppressed, because.
Dude, I mean, I don't want to liken the stereotypes of Asians to what happens here, mm-hmm. but there are this sounds like a weird comparison, but you being a young blonde girl, there are so many stereotypes that are applied to you here in Japan that are just please stop. Please stop.
I mean, I've straight up had people tell me that they think I would be crazier in bed.
Yeah. Oh, you'd probably be amazing in bed.
I remember talking to people on Hello Talk and just trying to get Japanese practice in, and having men say stuff to me about how they like are like, oh, like I've never had sex with like a white woman before, and I'm like,
Is that like a goal?
And you're not gonna.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep that sort of weird ass behavior up, like, yeah, no, I mean, there are like white guys who I've talked to who are like, yeah, dude, I've never had sex with a black girl before, and it's like,
yeah,
is that a goal for
yeah.
you? Like, is that like a thing that you're like itching to do? You're like dying to have sex with 3 regular woods. Yeah, you're like dying to have sex with like a black girl. Like, it's such a weird thing. Like,
yeah,
get a fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, babe.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking at great lengths now to the end of this episode about race relations.
Didn't we do that like 2 episodes ago too?
I think maybe next time we should try and keep it light. You know?
Maybe so.
Maybe next time we should...
I mean, it all started with cops.
Yeah, and you know, there's only so many videos you can see online, and so much news you can read about, like...
Bad things.
About bad things, about, like, young black kids being shot, like, unarmed black kids being shot in the streets and shit.
Being in Missouri when Ferguson happened was... And, like, it sucks because, like...
We continue.
We continue. But it was, like, it was hard because, like, you want to be able to do something, and also, like, it's, like... You know, like... People being like, oh, like, it's not safe for you to go there. And I'm like, I don't really care if it's safe for me to go there. It's not fucking safe for the people that live there, is it?
It's not safe for people to live their lives there. For black people to live their lives in Ferguson.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like, so, like, who cares if it's not safe for me
I think one of the craziest things, and I know that this is hard for a lot of people to understand, because when they hear someone say all lives matter, it sounds like, oh, well, yeah, that's true. That sounds accurate.
It sounds like a good thing, and the same way the people that say they're pro-life make it sound like they're saying something.
Yeah, but in reality, when you hear all lives matter, the idea of Black Lives Matter is not Black Lives Matter more. The idea is Black Lives Matter and shouldn't be relentlessly beaten and killed in the streets for no reason at all. All lives matter. That's true. However, it's true. Not all lives that are being shot dead in the street.
Like, the biggest problem with the all lives matter thing is that it belittles Black Lives Matter in a way that makes it say, like, we're already equal. Shouldn't we be saying that everyone's lives matter? But the thing is we're not currently equal under the law. Like, technically we're equal under the law, but there are incredible discrepancies in the ways that people of different colors of skin are treated under the eyes of the law. People that are black are arrested at insanely higher rates than white people for things like drug, you know, like my ex got, like, stopped by a cop. It was the middle of the night. He was, like, blasting music. He was in the car with a bunch of other teenagers. Everyone was smoking weed. A cop came up to them, took his license, and let him go with nothing because he, like, was going to college out of state, and it would have been a hassle for him to have to come back and go to court if he lives in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And he didn't get in trouble. But a black kid, literally with weed in his hands,
could go to prison for life.
Behind the wheel of a car that is on, that's a DUI, that's a possession charge, that's like paraphernalia.
It will ruin their lives.
It would ruin their lives, but the white kid had no consequences whatsoever. You know, so it's like things like that. It's like we're not equal under the eyes of the law. And until we are, it's important to say Black Lives Matter, because right now Black lives are the ones that are being sacrificed.
Yeah, Black lives, according to many, don't matter as much, and that's why it's important to say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, if everyone
it shouldn't be rocket science.
Yeah.
If everyone was being arrested at equal rates, and the prisons in America were full of a diverse crowd equal to,
like comparable to the general population. If you take a sample of the general population and then a sample of prison, then the sample should look alike as far as racial distributions, but right now it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all.
And that's because black people are being arrested at higher rates than white people. So unless that sample looked equal, unless you take a sample of the general population in the United States and a sample from the general population of prisons in the United States, and you see equal racial distributions in those samples, but those people are being arrested for bad reasons, and you'd be like, all lives matter, we need to fix the way that our justice system works for everyone. But right now, that's not the case. If you take a sample of the general population, and you take a sample of the prison population, it's not
super skewed.
The racial distribution is different because there are more black people in prison. and it's
I need
not
a
equal
barrel.
to the general population. So that's why we say Black Lives Matter. You know?
Anyways. Anyways, what's up, YouTube? Oh, Christ. This has just turned into a podcast with us playing this game in the background. That's
It really
all that this
has.
has turned into. And it's, if you want to see us get more into the game, then like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to comment what you want.
Comment if you think that we get a little bit too serious.
We should keep it light next time.
Like, comment, subscribe if you think that we get a little bit heavy as far as the mood goes every here and there.
Yeah, maybe it's a little much. Maybe. But I'm gonna place this hay bale down. And I'm gonna put a barrel over here.
And then that place is done.
And this place is finito. Done! Ah. How satisfying, right? In this perfect...
Go check the thing and then make sure that it says that you've submitted all your items, then go talk to Tom Nook.
In this perfect utopian world.
That's what Animal Crossing is. It's beautiful.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk to Tom Nook next time, guys. We love you. Seriously, we promise next time we'll keep it light. We'll keep it lovely. We'll make sure you guys are all having a real good time, because we care.
We do.
Which is why we talk about these things, I guess. Oh, that's weird. That's not right. That's not right. Maybe right here. We care. Oh.
You can move it.
Okay. Well, anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. That's an hour-long episode of us talking about racial injustice. We love you. We love you. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.